Hey friends in beauty, if you're a professional makeup artist or beauty pro who is tired of juggling multiple tools to run your business, I got great news for you. Beauty Pro Funnels is here to simplify your life and take your business to the next level. Unlike other platforms like Wix, Squarespace, or Acuity, Beauty Pro Funnels was created by a makeup artist for makeup artists. This is the world's first all-in-one software that helps you book clients, sell your products, and even launch courses all in one place. No need for separate subscriptions that drain your wallet or tools that don't speak your language as a beauty pro. With Beauty Pro Funnels, you're not just getting another booking tool. You're unlocking the ability to create multiple revenue streams, so whether you're behind the chair or not, you're making money. Imagine accepting bookings, selling your beauty products, and offering courses all without the stress of managing separate systems. That could be a big headache. Let me break it down to you one more time. Your website, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. Your portfolio, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. Your booking site, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. And your e-commerce site, host it in Beauty Pro Funnels. Want to offer beauty courses or digital products? You can sell them inside of Beauty Pro Funnels, and you'll be able to send invoices, digital contracts, newsletters, and do all of your marketing directly from your Beauty Pro Funnels account. It's mind-blowing. Listen, you're going to save hundreds of dollars every single month by replacing over 10 platforms when you make the switch to Beauty Pro Funnels like Wix, Squarespace, Acuity, WordPress, Vagaro, Honeybooks, 17 Hats, Dubsado, MailChimp, Klaviyo, Kajabi, DocuSign, even Shopify. It's crazy. I know you got at least one of those. And here's the best part. Tayana and her team spent over a year building plug-and-play templates into your account for pretty much everything, so you never have to start from scratch at all. So all of your appointment confirmations, reminders, and payment reminders and stuff like that for your clients, they have already been written out for you. You can even gather reviews and referrals all on autopilot. You'll free up so many hours of time each week so you can focus on what you love, your artistry. Plus, with their mobile app, you can manage your entire business from the palm of your hand. Send invoices, schedule appointments, and even take payments on the go. I believe in Beauty Pro Funnels so much that I recently moved the Friends of Beauty site to Beauty Pro Funnels, and I am loving it. It's a game changer because it's not just a platform. I swear it is like having your personal business assistant designed specifically for makeup artists and beauty pros like you. So here's the deal. If you want to see what all the hype is about, visit getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends to get a personalized tour and see how Beauty Pro Funnels can transform your business today. That's getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends because you deserve the best tool for your beauty business. So what was harder for you, working on Wall Street or launching your own skincare brand?
When you're an entrepreneur, it's like eating glass every single day, right? It took me 9 years to fully put together the plan for the company. So during this time, I definitely went to different trade shows, manufacturers. I spoke to founders who had lines, always talk to people, right? Networking. So Masktini was basically, I wanted it to feel like having a drink on a Friday night, having a martini with your girlfriends, enjoying it, having that girls' night. What is one product that would work well? A mask, right? So the first 4 products that we launched with were masks. So we wanted to say, put I back into skincare, meaning put yourself, not a routine, into the whole process. Focus on yourself. Take those, 5 to 10 minutes that you have. It's a privilege to be able to have those 5 to 10 minutes to yourself, I think, nowadays. And that's what we wanted to remind people, that it's not a routine. It's you at the center of it.
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get authentic answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. Join me every week as me and my special guest reveal the keys to longevity and success in the beauty industry, from the ups and downs of their journey to the nitty-gritty of their struggles and triumphs. We're spilling the tea on it all, and most importantly, having fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty, Aquia Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. On today's episode, we had the pleasure of having Olga Parno in the Friends of Beauty guest chair. Olga is a former Wall Street executive who went from chasing corporate ceilings to helping women feel confident in their skin. Frustrated by her own struggles with breakouts, redness, and sensitivity, she created Masktini, a clean beauty brand built on simplicity, spa-like indulgence, and the radical idea that skincare should be fun and deeply personal. She's here to share how she made the leap, built a brand built from her pain, and how Mastini is putting the eye back in skincare for women everywhere. Welcome to the Friends of Beauty podcast, Olga.
Thank you for having me, Aquia. Pleasure.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you. When I saw your background, I was like really intrigued because there are a lot of people who are like in the position that you were in who want to go from corporate and like full time into beauty. So I'm super excited to talk to you today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So before we get into it, we're going to start off with some icebreakers so the Friends of Beauty audience can get to know you a little bit outside of what you do professionally.
Okay.
So first one, just give us three random facts about you.
Three random facts. Um, I love to work out when I'm stressed out. I love
Okay,
Pilates. That's my way to just get it all out.
love
Or
it.
going for a walk. I love to do that. Um, I'm not really a sweet tooth. You'll be surprised. Most women are, and a lot of
Hmm.
people are kind of trying to stay away from sugars. They're not great for anti-aging either, but
Okay.
I'm sort of indifferent. I'm more of a pizza and bread type of person if I were to cheat. And let's see, I love taking risks.
I love that. That's why you're good
Yeah,
at business. You like taking risk. Okay. We have something
calculated risk.
calculated risk. That's the key word. We have something in common where I'm not like a sweet tooth person either. I like food. Like I would rather eat
Yeah.
food than to eat like sweets.
You like spicy?
Spicy, savory,
Yeah,
whatever.
same here.
Just give me
Same,
the
same
food.
here. Mm.
Hmm. Yeah. What do people always tell you that you're good at aside from what you do professionally?
People usually say I'm a very good friend. I'm a giver for sure. I think that's one thing. And I have this quality of perseverance. So if I started something, I will definitely finish it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you find this a gift and a curse sometimes? The things that you start and want to finish, does it always work in your favor?
Uh, I think it's sometimes it doesn't. It's a very good question. You have to know when to stop. I guess that's where the calculated risk, that's where, weighing the situation comes in.
Yeah.
Um, but it could be both.
Yeah. Okay. I think I have
Usually
that.
it's,
I think I have that in the sense too, where I just have to see things through. But like you said, you have to know when to stop and when it's over and move on to something else.
yeah, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. When was the last time that you did something for the first time? Have you had any new experiences lately?
Lately. Well, I mean, I launched Masktini. I launched my own company, my own brand for the first time. That
Yeah.
was pretty big. That was in 2019 that we
Hmm.
launched. So I think that's pretty big.
That's huge. That's huge for sure. Do you have a current mini win or milestone that's leading up to a bigger goal that you've accomplished so far in 2025?
We're Yeah, I mean, we're going into retail, so with
Okay.
Saks and Macy's, so that's very definitely inspiring for us,
Yeah.
and we're expanding internationally. So I think that also puts a lot of um, pressure on me as a CEO and founder to make sure that I can support my team with this expansion. So I think um, that's a big step, and it takes a lot of adjustment and planning.
Absolutely. Congratulations. That's a big deal.
Thank you, thank
Yes,
you.
very exciting. So if you weren't the founder and CEO of Mastini right now, is there anything else you could see yourself doing?
Oh gosh, I feel like I will definitely have a business. What kind? Maybe tech, but something related to beauty.
Yeah,
Um, I've always been attracted to beauty. It's just the space that I love.
I love that. Okay, so still in
Hmm.
beauty, still a business, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I like
How
that.
about you?
Oh my gosh, if I wasn't in beauty, because I'm a makeup artist. So
Hmm.
if I wasn't in beauty, oh my gosh, what else would I do? I have so many different endeavors. Like I literally just became trained to be a doula. So I would
Oh,
probably just pursue that like full time. Yeah.
wow.
Just be helping deliver babies or, supporting
You
people with
have
delivery.
so many interests.
I do. That's the creative in me. And one thing that I did this year was I made it a point to try to accomplish goals that had nothing to do with me being in the beauty industry because I felt like my personal and business goals were kind of getting intertwined together. And I'm like, no, there are other things that I want to do. So I made it a point to go and get my doula training and now I'm working on my certification. So
Oh, fantastic. I wish you best of luck. That
thank you.
sounds amazing.
I'm excited about it. So, what was harder for you, working on Wall Street or launching your own skincare brand?
Definitely launching a business. Because when you work for someone or for a big corporation, yes, you do work a lot, but at the end of the day, the risk lies on the corporation.
Hmm.
When you're entrepreneur, I don't remember who said it, wasn't me. But it's like eating glass every single day, right? So you're you're taking risk, you're planning, you're making sure that things go right, and every single day is a struggle. So, and
Hmm.
you're the one responsible for it. So I think having your own business is definitely, you probably run your own business as well. You know how it is. It's responsibilities on you, and all eyes are on you. So that's
Yeah,
definitely pressure. There's a gratification, but there's also a lot of pressure
yeah,
at the
no one to
same
hide
time.
behind. Can't hide behind anybody.
Yeah.
What were you doing on Wall Street? What was your role?
So I was investment banker for a company called Society General. It's a French bank, and I was covering the luxury sector. So that included companies like L'Oreal and PPR and LVMH, and that's kind of how I got to the beauty industry because
Mhm.
L'Oreal owns a lot of beauty companies. And I was struggling with my skincare, working 12, 14-hour days. So when it was the right time, because it's very capital intensive to launch a skincare brand, when it was the right time and when I had the capital, we did it.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that launching before the pandemic helped the trajectory of your brand any? Because I know people got really into skincare during the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, we launched in 2019, so it was pre-pandemic for sure. It disrupted our supply quite a bit. So
Mm.
I think there was definitely demand because people were staying home and were doing things at home. But I wouldn't say it was a catalyst and to the business. You cannot really just say that.
Yeah,
And we're more of a skincare rather than devices. I feel like a lot of people got into devices
right.
during the COVID pandemic, and that was scary on its own because
Yeah,
when you buy microneedling, lasers, and you use it at home, I feel like it created a whole different issue for estheticians when the pandemic was over and when
to
people were
repair.
coming back to salons and medi spas. I mean, their skin was just destroyed basically. Because those are the kind of devices that normally are used by professionals.
Right, right. Ooh, I didn't dabble in any. I'm too scared to try any of that type of stuff on myself. Like I'm still trying to get into a regular skincare routine myself with dedicated products. I'll say it like that with dedicated products because
Yeah,
I get sent so much stuff and I just kind of grab whatever when something runs out. It's not good though. It's
it's
not good.
okay. You have to try everything. I feel like you try things and then something sticks and you love it.
Hmm.
And it could be one product and then you try the rest of the line and maybe not the whole line will work for you, but you come up with products that work for your skin. And
Yeah.
Everybody is different. I always say, don't listen to the influencer, don't listen to your girlfriend, because skin is different, and
Yeah.
always do what works for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Once I heard you once say, I saw in your bio at least,
Yeah.
that you thought that you should be breaking glass ceilings and not breaking out. Can you take us back to that moment when you realized that skincare wasn't just a personal struggle, but a calling for you in order to launch your brand?
Uh, I always, because I was having skincare issues, I would always get like facials, and I would wind up getting out of a medi spa with, say, 20 products, because the majority of the lines, the way the marketing works, they try to sell you a single product, right? So if you want vitamin C, they'll sell you vitamin C. If you want niacinamide, they'll sell you niacinamide. They'll sell you hyaluronic acid, then a peptide
Gotcha.
serum. And suddenly you come up with 20 or 25 products that you need to buy.
Uh-huh.
And with my busy schedule, it was just not working. I couldn't foresee taking 25 products on a flight.
Right.
You would know how that is, traveling,
Yeah.
being a business person, it's just very hard. So I wanted to, and I was also seeing this trend with all of my girlfriends who were working girls, doesn't matter where they are, Wall Street, beauty, anything, marketing, it doesn't really matter. You're busy, you want something done, and you want to enjoy it. You don't want to overthink it, right? You
Right.
want quality, you want it quick, and you don't want to overthink it. So when that came to my mind and I was observing all that, I just thought, you know what, one day I have to come up with something that works for that busy gal on the go,
Yeah, for
busy
sure.
mom. So that was my first thought. And I thought about what kind of products I would want to bring to the range that would work, that would be both pleasurable, but also effective and easy to use. I think that's the
Yeah.
key word.
Yes, easy to use and that doesn't overwhelm us because
Exactly.
I see people use it's like the 50-step routine to flawless skin. Like, why do you think people overcomplicate skincare so much? It could just be so simple.
Yes. And as a makeup artist, like you would also probably attest to that when you have a client in the chair whose skin is healthy,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's dewy. It's so much easier for you as a makeup artist to give them the most amazing look, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that beautiful canvas that's in front of you, and then you just get to create. So
Yeah.
I always feel about anything in life, if you have healthy skin, it's just so much easier to, and you're confident in your skin, it's so much easier to get dressed, get makeup done, um, you know, just feel confident in your life. If you don't have time, go out without makeup, right?
Yeah.
And just be running errands and be confident. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's definitely part of our health, and skin is our largest organ. So I think we should take care of it for sure.
We should. And we don't look at it as such as the largest organ. We put all types of stuff on it and don't even care about the outcome.
Yeah, sometimes, yes, for sure. And there's also like a new trend with body products, right? So skincare that is applied to body. So
Uh,
like for example, we used to use simple lotions for our body. Now we're stepping into this era. We are in the era where we're using skincare grade products on our body, and
yeah.
I'm so thrilled. We have a product that's called Skin Tot that's tightening, anti-cellulite. It's just like such a great product for, women who are trying to, working out, trying to be in their best shape. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
wonderful product to have and to use
Yeah.
on a daily basis and treat your body with peptides, with hyaluronic acid, with exfoliating glycolic acid. So it's wonderful to see that we're past that stage where we just put oil on our body
Yeah.
or lotions that don't really work.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. What was your first product? What was the hero product that you came out with first for Mastini?
So Masktini was basically, I wanted it to feel like having a drink on a Friday night, having a martini with your girlfriends, enjoying it, having that girls' night. What is one product that would work well? A mask, right? So The first four products that we launched with were masks. It was a detox mask, it was a brightening mask, an overnight renewal mask that won a lot of accolades. It's one of our top sellers. It's a leave-on mask.
Thanks.
And we also have a moisture spritz. So those were the four products we launched with first. And then we came out with face cream, eye cream, body cream, and
Mhm.
then three boosters to either work with the creams or just on a standalone basis. They're basically concentrated serums.
Got you, got you. Okay, so
And
you can,
that's the range. You see, very narrow.
yeah, so you can add the boosters to any of the products?
Exactly. You can mix the boosters like literally on the surface of your face cream. Or you can customize it like on the surface of your face cream jar, or you can use it on a standalone basis.
Yeah, I love that you came out with mask first because I feel like as a young girl, that was like the first thing I played with when it came to skincare or anything beauty related. It was always some type of mask, some kind of clay mask or like those peel away masks. It's so nostalgic for just where I started in beauty, at least.
Yeah, I love the clay masks. And like when we came out with our detox mask, we wanted to create something that's going to be different because the clay mask, it's very dry, right?
Hmm.
So like once you wash it off, you need to immediately apply a moisturizer on your skin. Our mask is actually very different because it has hydrating ingredients, it has cleansing ingredients. So it's wonderful for, like, for example, if you're a makeup artist, your client is washing their face after a day of work,
Yeah.
right? You usually suggest that they double cleanse, right? So this
Mhm.
particular detox mask is wonderful as a second step in double cleanse because it gets like all the makeup under like the jawline, the contouring. It has activated bamboo charcoal. It has Tahitian black pearl powder from French Polynesia. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful, but hydrating detox mask. I have to send it to you. It's going to be one of your favorites because
Ooh,
it polishes your skin. It's so wonderful.
I would love to try it. Going back to the ingredients, did you work with like a cosmetic chemist or anything in developing the line, a dermatologist? How did that work?
So when I decided to launch the line, it took me about 9 years while I was working other jobs. It took me 9 years to fully put together the plan for the company. So
Wow.
during this time, I definitely went to different trade shows, manufacturers. I spoke to founders who had lines, always talk to people, right? Networking, networking, networking. And then you come up with your team of chemists that also people who have very similar idea because they're great chemists, but they
Hmm.
just cannot formulate what you want
Gotcha.
because they just have a different idea. So it's very important to find uh, similar people who have similar beliefs into what skincare is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so once I found that team, we actually formulated all 10 products right away.
Wow. Okay. I love that. Can you speak to the
Yeah.
trial and error in that period and that 9 years of going to trade shows, networking, finding chemists, maybe testing out products, they're not working or the result is not. Did you have any of those type of experiences, any trial and error in the process?
Oh, gosh, so many. I think we redid the packaging so many times. I mean, like not to the point that we went through the whole production
Hmm.
and then decided to redo it. No, but in meetings, when the concept was developed, I think we changed so many times
Wow.
with color, with how the products are going to come out, airless versus, jars, because it has to also be compatible with the formula. So there's just like so much that goes into thinking. And also once you get the formula, it usually takes about, anywhere from 3, if you're lucky, to 3 to, it could be 10, 12. Um, samples before you get to your perfect product that feels good, that penetrates skin, that just is what you want. So it's trial and error, but that's production.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into. Is there anything that I mean, I know you were on the corporate side on Wall Street with the beauty brands, but when you're building your own beauty brand, was there anything that went into it that you just had absolutely no clue what to expect, that you just didn't know it was going to go into that?
Well, I think you want people. I think at the end of the day, I really wanted people to love the products,
Mm,
and I wanted to see that change because if you don't have change, you might as well not use the product. But I wanted to see that smile on their face.
yeah,
And I think, I was in a way scared, and everybody told me, you as a founder and your whole team, you're just tippy-toeing basically until you start getting your reviews and people are liking the product. That first impression once the
yeah.
product is released, I think it's something that you are anticipating and you're not sure, and so that it's scary but also wonderful at the same time.
Yes, yes, exciting. I love the fun names that you have for the different products that you have on your site. How do you come up with those names? Is it like a group effort of brainstorming, or do you kind of already know what you want to name things?
Good question. So we do have, it's obviously a team. It's not just me. It takes a village, I always say, to manufacture a product, right?
Yeah.
But and to get it into your hands. But they're copywriters, right? So I definitely worked with a number of copywriters that worked with the brand. And the idea with Masktini is definitely, fun, it's California style. So we wanted, it's very pop culture related. So the names reflect that.
Gotcha.
And we wanted to go with fun names instead of just serious names.
Yeah, it's really fun. I was looking at the website. I'm like, oh, side eye. I love that. I love side eye because I'm always giving a little side eye. Like, okay. I love that name. So for you, what does putting the I back in skincare mean to you? And like, how do you want people to feel or women to feel when they use the brand, when they use Mastini?
I want them to feel like one in a million. I want them to feel nurtured. I want them to feel like a queen that they are, because I feel like a lot of the times the industry itself, right, it gets us into a routine. So all we hear is routine, right?
Mhm.
What is your morning routine? What is your
Right.
evening routine? And in my opinion, and the way my team thinks, that it's just not the right way to approach wellness because skincare is part of wellness. You're not going to say that you have your yoga routine or your Pilates routine or
Right.
your massage routine or facial routine. It's more of a treat, right? So we wanted to say, put I back into skincare, meaning put yourself, not a routine, into the whole process. Focus on yourself. Take those, 5 to 10 minutes that you have in complete, quiet, just for you, for your thoughts, for your meditation, whatever you decide to do during this process. But it's definitely a ritual
Yeah.
and it's a privilege to be able to have those 5 to 10 minutes to yourself, I think, nowadays. And that's what we wanted to remind people, that it's not a routine. It's you at the center of it.
Yeah,
And you're
absolutely.
worthy and you should feel amazing.
Yeah, and just being intentional, like you said, of taking that time, that 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to focus on yourself is just like so powerful because we get so distracted and we have our hands in so many things that we kind of neglect ourselves sometimes. So I like that, putting the eye back in skincare. It's all about you. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I know that you have a special fragrance too that is it like a signature scent that you put into your products?
We do have a signature scent, and
Okay.
it's actually the same. We're gonna send you some product to
Okay.
try because I would love to. We're gonna definitely send you a package, but it's the same scent across all 10 products. But because they have different formulations, sometimes there's like more citrus or more warm tones coming out. But it's a combination of various citruses because I love citrus. I think
Yeah.
it's very refreshing. And there's an undertone of vanilla. So we wanted you to feel like you're in Italy on a summer day or a summer evening and you're just enjoying your skincare. It's not a fragrance, it's essence of essential oil at 0.0 to 5%. So
Hmm.
it's just enough, to be honest with you, to hide some of the scents that are not normally associated as pleasant, like the retinols, the vitamin C's. And we wanted skincare to feel pleasant and to take
Hmm.
you to a whole different dimension, relaxation, enjoyment, rather than trying to smell the bottle and question what's in there.
Yeah, it's a part of the experience, the scent, because even when I was doing my makeup earlier, I used this primer and I was like, it feels good on my skin, but I don't necessarily like the way it smells. Like I don't know like how often I would use it because of the smell. So scent is definitely a part of the experience when it comes to skincare and like beauty products. And it's just so much to consider, I guess, when you're creating a brand, because I don't even know if I would even consider scent if I were to create like a skincare brand. I don't even think that would probably cross my mind to consider the smell. But now that I had that experience earlier, I was like, whoa, I don't like the way that smells.
Yeah, I think after formulating a few things and testing them out, you would probably go, no, I definitely want a scent.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Are you into like scents and stuff yourself, just like around your house or just personally, you like fragrance?
I do. I love fragrance. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like it definitely sets you in a certain mood. And I know that some people don't like fragrance, and that's okay too.
Hmm.
But I personally love fragrance. How about you? Do you like
I do.
fragrance?
I do.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy. I feel like as a teenager or maybe like early college years, I was really into trying out different scents and fragrances. And now I'm starting to get back into that where I'm developing a different, I guess, a different style, like a more grown woman scent and not like the fruity,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm finding my stride again with the different fragrances that I like.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I saw that you also use lower concentrations of the clinical actives in your brand. Can you explain why that may be like a smarter approach or why you chose to do that, especially like for sensitive skin and everything like that?
Absolutely. So let's take, for example, our overnight renewal mask, Night Ranger. So on the
Night
website, let me
Ranger, I
just
like
see.
that.
Yeah, this one is actually full, so I'm gonna up and show you. So this is our top seller really for overnight renewal masks, and it has like this jelly consistency. I'll show you why it's so great because
Hmm.
it's gone. It penetrates skin so well, and by the time you get to your pillow, you're set to go. You're
Hmm.
set for your overnight reset.
Yeah, I like that.
But what I love about this formula, so we basically were able to put in to this product a retinol, papaya pineapple enzymes, hyaluronic acid, lime pearl, which is exfoliating acid from Australian finger lime, which is also considered alpha hydroxy acid. It's very gentle, very hydrating. Then we're also putting ingredients like angelus that are responsible for depuffing your face and maintaining facial contour. So there's so many ingredients there, but you can put retinol and exfoliating and enzymes together, but you use them at lower percentages because if you put retinol and you shock your face, so you if you put a really high percentage of exfoliating acid,
Mm.
you cannot really add anything else, because otherwise, consumers going to probably have unwanted side effects, right?
Mm.
Maybe their skin will start peeling or get really irritated. But if you lower the concentration and your chemist formulated in a very smart way, you can actually create an amazing product that is super multitasking. That's addressing your anti-aging, that's addressing
Wow.
your puffiness, that's addressing discoloration, hydration, and exfoliation all in one product.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I guess it pays to have very smart people on your team that know what they're doing and know the ingredients and how they interact with each other and perform on the skin and everything.
Absolutely. And I think everybody has to have this idea that they want to give customer the best
Mm,
for the money that they're paying. And we're also very respectful of time. And we want to deliver this multitasking products that if you're traveling, you don't need to take as many products with you.
right.
If you are busy, you can just accomplish and take care of your skin in, in a short period of time and still feel put together.
Yeah, for sure. So at this point, what does fulfillment look like for the brand? Do you have a factory, like workers? Are you packaging the things? Like what is going on behind the scenes?
So we manufacture everything in California, in Santa Fe Springs. Our warehouse fulfillment center is also in California, in Valencia. So everything is actually within driving distance, but we have a fulfillment warehouse. We have manufacturing facility. Our secondary packaging is also FSC approved. It's also manufactured in City of Industry in California. So everything is here. So
Hmm.
I am not packaging. The only thing that I could possibly be helping packaging is like, PR or some influencer boxes, or I would
Yeah.
probably put together your package with my own hand. But that's about it.
Mm, okay. I just started reading. I wish I had it near me. I just started reading this book called Who, Not How. I don't know if you ever heard of
Mm.
it, but it's basically just about not trying to do everything on your own, like building a team, finding the people, the who's who can do things for you. Who are the who's on your team? I know you mentioned you have copywriters, you have, fulfillment. Like who are the other people that help Mastini run successfully?
So you mentioned a very good point, actually. You are nothing. I mean, I am nothing without my team.
Hmm.
And I truly believe that. I think you should hire the best people in what they do, people who are way
Yeah.
smarter than you are,
Hmm.
and be able to delegate because you cannot do all of it yourself, especially as you're growing.
Hmm.
So, for example, packaging, like if you go on the website, if you go on our social media at Masktini, you'll go to shop, you'll see like all this packaging. We have creative director who actually Jesse Pixler. He started with me in 2018. We started developing concepts, and to this day, he's the creative director of the brand. We also have a marketing lead. We have a person who is doing CRM, which is your email outreach, and some of the copywriting, the blogs also that you can find on masktini.com that have, you know, cute, fun, sort of subjects or
Yeah.
seasonal skincare advice. You've probably seen that. We do definitely cover holidays, stuff like that. We have social media posting, a person who posts social media. And then we have also our partners, right? We have production of secondary packaging, primary sector packaging. We have the lab who fulfilling, right? And a group of
Yeah.
chemists there. So we have legal, finance. Those are obviously different firms, but they work with us because we have to outsource these activities. At this
Yeah.
point, we don't run everything in house.
Yeah. Are most of these people freelance or like contractors? You just hire them when you need them, or they're like an ongoing basis, they're working every day?
No, people are working every day, the ones that work on the brands, but there are definitely some freelancers and some contractors. Like for example, your manufacturer is going to be a big business that has many clients, right? So
Hmm.
um, and chemists would work with many brands, but maybe the group that you work with is going to be different than the other brand is working with. Um,
Gotcha.
so it depends.
Okay. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of people on the team. You got to be making
Yeah,
some money over there to pay all these people.
exactly. Yes.
And run. Uh-oh. Okay. Mic went out. I saw Mastini has also been featured in Vogue, Pop Sugar, Real Simple, and more. What do you think caught their attention? Like, what about the brand caught their attention to want to feature you all?
Well, we have, first of all, we do have a wonderful PR agency. 3D PR and marketing. We've been working with them for a while. But I think also product speaks for itself, right? When you meet with people, you tell them your story. People try the product and they either want to write about you or not write about you. And I think
Hmm.
that's that's the product, the branding, and obviously whoever speaks to them, right?
Yeah.
And in my situation, it's most of the times me. I love to meet press. I love to meet people and share about the brand. So I think it's a combination of things for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Before you all launched, did you have any like test groups or anything like that of people who were testing out the products and sharing their results and anything like that?
I did. Yeah, I
How was
did.
that?
It was necessary to be honest with you, because especially when you issue your first four products, you want not just your focus group, but you also want maybe estheticians, maybe you want some nurses, people in the industry like makeup artists, for
Hmm.
example, testing your brand. So people who are used to beauty, used to working with skin, who can give you feedback also on how it feels, how it works. So we definitely had test group. We definitely gave them time to test it out and give their feedback. It wasn't just some sessions are based on immediate perception. So that's like packaging, how it pumps, how it opens, like that immediate, which you can observe. That's fun to also watch. But
Yeah.
then there's also like extended use and then feedback after. So you have to, because when it's your first product, you cannot just go back and restart. You have to do those things.
Yeah, I think that's like the fun part is seeing people's reactions and like how do you personally handle if someone doesn't like something or maybe if you get like a bad review or a customer wants to return something, how do you handle that?
That's a very good question. I was always told to be ready for, say, a negative review, or I call it feedback. To be honest with you, when somebody gives me a negative review,
Hmm.
um, we don't really have that many. We have good reviews, knock the wood. But when somebody gives a negative review, I take it as, to be honest with you, as a blessing in a way, because you can either get upset, right? And just say, oh, they don't understand anything. But at the end of the day, consumer is always right.
Hmm.
So maybe if something worked for you and something worked for me, and maybe something worked for a friend of ours, is not going to work for someone else. But as a brand, we try to make as many customers happy as possible. So I think that's an opportunity to say, okay, you know, here's the opportunity to listen and maybe to improve as fast as possible, review the why there was a concern about it, and see what we can do to improve. So for me, it's a blessing in disguise in a way. And we try to answer those reviews right away, address and improve.
Yeah, and it comes with the territory of, having a product, everyone's not going to like it and feedback is necessary in order to make changes or, know if it's working or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. How are you all preparing for retail? Because that's such a big deal. I'm so excited for you that you're about to go into retail. How is the brand preparing behind the scenes as far as inventory and fulfillment goes for shipping those things to the retailers for them to sell?
It's all about right now. It's all about tech, right? So it's all about connecting systems of ordering between your fulfillment warehouse and the big retail shops, and making sure that you have inventory, that you update them, and once you go on shelves and you expand your retail presence, obviously you would be thinking more along the lines of samples, right, and the sampling program, and that's something that we're considering right now.
Gotcha.
But I also want to really start our TikTok shop and do some fun things there. So
Okay.
I think direct to consumer. I think there's something about the brand with Masktini that we should do something really fun and on TikTok for sure.
I need to get on TikTok. I need to, first of all, I need to get a new phone so I could have the storage enough to keep TikTok on my phone. Because anytime my storage says full and if TikTok is on there, I just delete it because I don't really use it that much. But I think the problem is just like the storage. I need to get, because I heard TikTok is just so good for, selling products. Like you said, direct to consumer. I see people going live and like making a lot of money with their lives, just talking to people and showing them the product and everything. I need to get
And
on.
I think it's also a very different experience. I think it's more personable, like you and I are talking right now,
Hmm.
as opposed to me having 3 minutes on a national TV.
Yeah.
It's a lot more personal. It's a lot more fun. You get to ask me any questions. I get to open up, and I feel like TikTok is that platform
Yeah.
because you're not going to do the same things that you would do on TikTok at QVC, right? So, which is very curated. Let's put it
Yes.
this way, right? So, there's always a different approach, and I think it would be fun to do something on TikTok and start
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Is there anything that makes you excited or nervous about going into retail?
To retail, I don't think so. No, it's just always you want to just do it right. You want to
Mm,
make sure that all the relationships are established, and then there's communication, right? So there's a point of a contact over there, and that there's feedback. So if something is not working, you can address it immediately
yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's just like any other account. It's like a customer. You're servicing the relationship, right? You want to make sure that it works smoothly and it works for both of you.
Yeah, for sure. I forgot to ask you this about your products, but I know they're all like your babies and you probably aren't allowed to have a favorite, but do you have like a favorite out of the lineup? Or maybe like three, top
Oh,
three?
oh gosh, I do not like this question because they're all so different. And I see every founder gets this question. I don't like it.
Yeah. Or
Um,
maybe like one from each category, like a mask and an eye cream and is the moisturizer, the body care.
okay, let me answer it this way. What I'm using right now,
Okay.
because I do feel that you take care of your skin based on the season,
Mm-hmm.
and like how your skin feels and hormonal changes and stress levels. Like it could vary, like it varies, right? So right now I am obsessed with mixing my vitamin C booster, which is Vogue, because it has 23% vitamin C and hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
I mix it with our balancing booster, which is pre and probiotics. So it's wonderful for sensitive skin. Um, it calms your skin, balances. So that's my morning mix. I mix it with also Vogue Bay, because Vogue Bay is that moisturizer spritz. So you can just like put everything on the palm of your hand and mix it. And it creates this dewy glass skin that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I use eye cream in the morning also, and I've been obsessed with my body sculpt. I put it on every single night, sometimes in the morning, because it absorbs really well. So you can put clothes on in about 2 or 3 minutes, and go to work. But I would say these products have been my favorite.
Yeah. What does the body sculpt do?
The body sculpt tightens. So you can basically put it all over your body. You could put it, on your arms to tighten your arms, the belly, for all those girlies who just had a baby or lost
Yeah.
weight or just like trying to keep this area tight, the thighs, the booty, the knees. So
Oh,
it's just like an all over body, amazing tightening product.
yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that lately. I don't know how it got, maybe because the doula stuff, and I've been seeing a lot of baby and motherhood stuff on my timeline. But I've been seeing a lot of a product like that recently where it tightens your stomach like after you have a baby and like the loose
Mhm.
skin you may have. I've seen a lot of, does it help with that too? Like it can tighten loose skin?
I feel like everything helps, right? And you have to have very realistic expectations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Realistic expectations, you probably will have to do it in conjunctions with other therapies, right? It's just something that you keep doing at home because once
Mm-hmm.
you've done something at a professional, at a medi spa or at a spa, right? you want to come home and you want to maintain those results.
Yep.
And you want to do it also consistently, because if you just do it one day and then you skip 3 days and then you do it again, or I forgot, the results are going to be different for those two
Right.
people. The one who does it constantly and stays, on the schedule, and the one who does it once in a while.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, did people, when you first initially made the leap into beauty, did people doubt your decision to leave finance for beauty? Did you get any pushback from any like family and friends that like, girl, what are you thinking, Olga? You're on Wall Street.
Uh, yeah, I think family knew for a while
Okay.
that I wanted to do it, so it wasn't like overnight. And I think when something happens, usually there's usually a process before it. It's like an iceberg, right? There's like this huge part that you don't see, that's preparation. And most of the times your immediate friends and family are going to know about it because you're going to be sharing what you're doing. So they were not surprised.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because I know some people, they get a little pushback from their friends and family. Then they're like, okay, never mind. I guess I'll just stay where I am and side hustle it forever.
But also the other thing is, I remember my whole life, I would say, my whole adult life. Like if somebody had a birthday, like you, for example, you have a birthday, I would probably gift you skincare, even
Mhm.
before I had my own brand. So this kind of fashion has just been there for a very long time, and I've been studying the ingredients and the
Yeah.
brands and everything. So I used to gift all my girlfriends skincare. So they kind of like, they knew for a while, like she'll have something of her
Yeah.
own later down the line
I
down the
like that.
line.
It was inevitable for you to have a
It
skincare
was
brand.
definitely.
Got you. Where are you from?
I was born in Siberia, close to China and Mongolia,
Wow.
which is very different from California.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anyone from Siberia before.
Yeah.
That's super, all I think is Siberian tiger when I hear Siberia. Yeah. When did you come to the States?
I came to the States when I was 18.
Okay.
So I was working as a translator in Russia, in Siberia, and I was going to school at the same time. And then I came over to visit my friends on the East Coast and spent a few weeks. And I just fell in love. It was right before 9/11. It was
Mm.
2001, June 21. And I remember my friends took me to see Statue of Liberty, and we could go in the crown, because very
Wow.
few, like, you cannot do this anymore. And I remember when I saw the skyline, I'm such a logical person, and I usually make decisions out of here, very
Mm-hmm.
rarely out of here. I mean, on
Yeah.
a professional level or a life decision, but it was just like a calling. Like, that's where I want to be. I don't care how, I'll figure it out, but that's where I
Yeah.
want to be. So I
Yeah.
went to school. I went to school for finance, and I obviously worked like three jobs to maintain everything because my mom and dad didn't pay for
Mm-hmm.
my expenses. So it was definitely a lot of hustle, and it was an American dream.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh. How do you feel now being a mom? I know you're a mom now and you have a
Yeah.
generation baby. I'm first gen. My family is from Jamaica. So now having your child, like how do you feel like what kind of lessons or things that you want to instill with her being a female entrepreneur and like going out into the world and making it for herself? You coming from a different country, like what are you trying to instill in her?
I feel like I come from a different country, but I've been an American citizen for so long, and it's just almost like the American dream is instilled in me. But there's something definitely that I do bring from, being born in Russia. And I think what I would like her to know is that everything and anything is possible. I want her to be proud of women who are working and achieving and, following their dreams. I want her to see that around her.
Yeah.
And I think there's been recently a lot of pressure and just a lot of negative talk, what I call, uh, about women not being able to, break the glass ceiling or reach their goals. Um,
We know
I
that's
think
a
there's
lie.
I think there's always a way around it, right? I think it's a lie. And I think if it's not a lie, I think you just need to come in with a very clear goal and know that you're going to do it and
Mm,
know that nobody is going to stop you. Um, you're not any different than any other person trying to reach their dreams. And I think if you have that mindset, positive mindset,
yeah.
um, it just becomes very different when you
Yeah.
come from a position of victim and I'm a woman already and I need to, break all this glass ceilings and boundaries and I'm at a disadvantage. I think
Hmm.
it puts you at a disadvantage. But if
Right.
you come in and say, I'm a woman, I can do it.
Like that's your strength.
And we women, we do so much.
Yeah.
And I think that perception changes your whole mindset and maybe even changes how you will accomplish things in life.
Yeah, for sure. Was there ever a moment where you felt like or you questioned if you could do both, being a mom and CEO, like running your business and still being there for, your child?
I think I deal with it on a daily basis, to be honest with you. It's a balancing act. Um, there's no perfect scenario. Um, and I talk to a number of my girlfriends also who have kids and are trying to do
Yeah.
it all. There are days when you feel like I wish I spent more time with my baby. And there are days that you just have to block it and just say, I need to accomplish this. That's
Yeah.
also important to me, and that's me as well. I'm a mom, but I'm also a business owner. I'm a friend. I'm a wife, and I'm so many things. And I think it's important for us to be all of those things and not just put yourself into one vessel and define yourself that way.
Yeah, I'm learning. I don't have any children yet, but anytime I do talk to moms and they're coming to the realization that everything is not going to be 100%. Like one day the child might get 20% and the business gets 80. One day the child might get 80 and the business gets 20. Like I'm learning that nothing is never a balance. I don't even use that word balance anymore. I heard someone say harmony. You try to get things to harmonize, but there's no such thing as balance. And I think knowing that it just sets you free to know that it's okay to not have it all together all the time and know that some things are going to get neglected in the process, but you just do your best.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I
Yeah.
think that's having a child made me realize how well put together a Masktini is because I notice your showers get a lot shorter. You have to get ready faster. Um, and you have to do your skincare also faster, but you,
Yeah.
you still want to enjoy your time. So I think having that multitasking effective product um, is very helpful when you're a mom. I
Yeah.
mean, I definitely tested it on myself.
Yeah. So if like what's a skincare step that you would never skip? No matter how busy life gets, you have to do this skincare step. What is it?
Washing your face at night and doing your night skincare.
Mm,
I think you have to. No matter how tired you are in the early days of being young and going to parties and being all dolled up and coming late, I always remove my makeup. And
yeah.
something that my mom always told me, just like remove your makeup, wash your face, put something, moisturizing something before you go to bed, no matter
Mhm.
what. And I think that's one thing that I will stick to.
Yeah.
How about
No.
you?
So I would at least have to wash and moisturize my face, like at the
Yeah.
least, at the very least. I'm very low maintenance anyway with my skincare right now. I feel like a lot of my skin, because I get a lot of compliments on my skin, but I'm like, it's genetics. Like I swear to you, it's just genetics because I don't really do too much to my skin, and I feel like I could use I could dabble in different products and it won't break me out or anything like that. So I would at least have to wash my face, like wash and moisturize at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
And I love me a good like scrub sometimes or a mask, but I guess that could take time because I have to let the mask sit and dry and then wash it off, but I gotta wash my face. And that's one reason too that I guess they're getting better at it now, but those lash extensions, I used to like to get the lash extensions every now and then, but I don't like having not being able to just get in there and like wash my face. Like you have to like wipe around your eyes and I can't do it. I need to get in there and like wash my face.
So you're probably using like those oil cleansers that are like butter, right?
I do like
To
an oil
try to
cleanser.
dissolve. Yeah.
I like all of that. I have oil cleansers. I have like it's like a solid, but it kind of breaks down into oil
Yep.
to,
Yep.
cleanse. And I have like the little cloths, those microfiber like cloths that I have like all of that stuff.
I think you're gonna enjoy our detox mask as your second step because I think you'll see a tremendous difference.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're gonna love it.
How long would you say you have to continue to use products to see the results that you want to see?
I think it depends on the product and depends on how familiar you are with active ingredients. So, for example, I would say exfoliating booster with 10% lactic, I believe, mandelic, and lime pearl. I think you can see if you haven't been using exfoliating acids, if you apply it at night, you'll see the difference when you wake
Mm.
up. Like,
Oh,
for example, Night Ranger overnight renewal mask, you see the difference the next day. So there's certain products that you will see the difference the next day. Now, if you're dealing with, for example, things like Hashmani or side eye. Hashmani is our intensive restorative cream, which I like. Side eye. I think those things take a little bit longer because they're packed with various actives and they're also addressing a number of concerns, right?
mhm.
So you would probably see the difference usually within like 3 weeks. You should be able of testing, you should be able to see a difference.
Okay. Can't wait to try it. I'm gonna do some before and afters to see what my skin is giving. Yeah. So what kind of systems have helped you maintain, I guess, harmony between your personal life and your professional life now that you have so much going on? You have the brand, you're about to expand into retail, you have a family now. Like, how do you structure your days and what helps you to stay put together a little bit?
I think every day is different. I mean, you do have your schedule for the week, right? And
Hmm.
or you like I have schedule for my next 2 or 3 weeks probably, and some professional schedule even further out. So you do see your schedule, and then what I realized is that it's important to have help, right? So to not be afraid to say I need help, and I cannot do this without having, help on XYZ. Um, so I think planning, smart, being smart about your schedule, planning and understanding where you need help, uh, it takes a lot more stress off you and
Uh,
allows you to focus on your schedule and be more productive.
mm-hmm.
Because I
That's
think a lot of us are like a lot of people in general, and I'm seeing this more with women. We don't want to ask for help. We're like, oh, I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. I'll do it
yeah.
faster myself. But sometimes you have to rely on help.
Hmm. Yeah, you do. It's hard to ask for help sometimes. I know for me, especially in my business, it's like if you can't do it as good as me or better, then just let me do it. Just give it back. Give it
Yes.
back to me. That's how I am a lot of times. So, do you have any calculated risk coming up soon? Anything that you plan on making any calculated risk on?
Well, I cannot tell you, otherwise it wouldn't be calculated.
Yes.
No, but we do have a lot of things in the works, and obviously, I don't want to disclose things before they happen,
Hmm.
but a lot of things are in the works,
We will stay
and
tuned.
we're very excited about them.
Yes. Okay. We can't wait to see it. Have you thought about what you want your legacy to be with Mastini as far as Yeah, the legacy, how you want people to feel once it's all said and done.
Well, I want people to associate us as a go-to line to take care of their skin, something that they could say, this is wonderful, this is easy, this is me. I want to gift it to my sister and my mother. I love using it, and overall having a very positive impact on the health of their skin. I think that's very important for our team and for me personally, just to make
Hmm.
that difference in someone's life, make them feel confident, happy, glowing, ready to tackle their life and succeed and be happy. And I think it's all part of the same theme of being well to do well.
Yeah, yeah. Do you expect your daughter to take over the business one day, or are you going to give her the choice to do something else?
She's still very little, but I think it's interesting because I'd love for her to definitely explore what she likes because I
Hmm.
think it's important to let your kids to explore what they like because they might be absolutely successful in a totally different area. Um, I can I'm noticing already that she definitely likes when she looks good and the outfit is cute versus
Yeah.
just a normal outfit. So maybe fashion is going to be her thing, but I don't know yet. It's too early to say.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Well, before I let you go, I have to ask you the Friends of Beauty rapid fire questions. Don't think that I
Sure, go
forgot.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So whatever comes to your mind first, you can spit it out, or if you need to elaborate, that's fine. So
Okay.
the first one is, what are the top three keys to your success so far?
Perseverance, perseverance, perseverance.
Hmm. You got to keep going. Perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. How do you measure your success?
There are measurements. My success, doing my best, but also there are measures that are outside that I am obliged and I have to look at. So I also measure it by obviously sales. I measure it by reviews. I measure it first and foremost how happy my team is and fulfilled and where we think we're going. So I think it's a combination of things.
Okay, I love it. What's the best advice you've ever received, or a piece of advice that always stuck with you?
Listen to what other people have to say, but stay in your lane. Like if you have something, sometimes it's wonderful to listen and you have to, but you also have to stick to what you want and what you're convinced is going to work.
I like that. I like
Because
that.
otherwise you're not going to accomplish anything.
Because people always have an opinion, so you be swaying left and right if you listen to everything that people say.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to another skincare brand owner right now who is just not seeing the results that they want in their business and they're just ready to give up?
Definitely don't give up. Take a look at all of your options. Talk to other founders. Talk to people who have exited, for example, sold their brands. Talk to them. Maybe you will learn a thing or two. Um, or take a look at your team. Review. Maybe you need to either add personnel or maybe you need to reshuffle your team.
Hmm.
But I think before you call it quits, you need to really take a deep dive and a review of the business and also what's in here and what's in here. Because if you're done, obviously you're done.
Yeah.
But if there's still fire, if there's still gusto to keep going and growing, then go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. What is a resource that helps you in your business that you can share with the friends and beauty community?
A resource. Read a lot, visit expos or professional. events,
Mm-hmm.
talk to people. I mean, there's so many resources right now. You don't even have to like travel from LA to Washington or to New York. Like you can attend a virtual conference. Like
Yeah.
technology has made it so much easier for us. But I would highly suggest read, learn the trends, talk to people to make sure that you stay in current and educate yourself. Always never stop educating yourself.
I
Ingredients, trends, what consumer is looking for. So I think the educational part is very important.
Yeah, I agree. So the last one is just a statement that I want you to repeat and just say, my name is blank, Olga. So my name is blank, and the key to longevity and success is blank, whatever you think it is.
My name is Olga Parno, and I truly believe and I'm confident that the key to longevity is putting yourself first.
That's gonna be hard for a lot of people. Put yourself first. Okay, you have to explain that.
Putting yourself first is pretty simple, to be honest with you, because I think when you're a giver, especially for me, it's very hard to put myself first. Because you think of other, family members, friends, kids, right? Like, you always want to please everyone, but you
Mhm.
have to put yourself first and you have to take care of yourself first because you cannot pour out of an empty glass, right? Um, and I think that's key. That transfers to your decisions. That also reflects in your wellness choices. That reflects in your hobbies and interests. I mean, everywhere. You have to put yourself first. You have to nourish yourself. You have to also develop and grow yourself, and be the person that you want to be, to be the best for everybody else.
Absolutely. Put your mask teeny on first, and then you can take care of everybody else. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So before you go, please share your social media information, website, however you want people to connect with you, connect with the brand, follow the journey, look out for all of these calculated risks that are coming that we can't wait to see. You can share whatever you want.
Absolutely. If you're on Instagram, it's at Masktini. Our website is masktini.com. We are also on TikTok and growing at Masktini. Um, and what else? And I think that's it.
Massini everywhere. We love the
Yeah,
consistency.
follow us and see what we have coming up.
Yes, thank you so much, Olga. This has been a great conversation. I cannot wait to try the brand and rave about it. And I wish you the most success ever with going into retail and just all the great things I know are coming.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me. Have a lovely day.
Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with another friend in beauty. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, rate, and leave a 5-star review so that other friends in beauty can find the show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, hashtag Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.